DCTV 274 production, a channel meant to spread evangelical mission, reflections, church news, interviews on church matters, socio-political issues, and other marriage matters, both young and nice content, all kinds of invitation cards, even movies. DCTV 274 production.
Hi, this is my channel. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. DCTV, the channel for
preserve the community history and cultural heritage.
As a matter of fact, that's where we have been failing as a people.
Okay.
Because I am 2 years on the throne, or 3 years on the going to 3 years on the throne. We've not been able to put up some museums and whatever. And unfortunately, I didn't receive any structure from my predecessor, unfortunately. But I am working hard to make sure that we will, in my lifetime, if God's willing, we will develop a museum where some of our cultural activities and documentations will be preserved. Meanwhile, we are working within the palace level to see how we can be organizing seminars where we teach children, even in schools and churches, about our cultural heritage. I think by so doing, we'll be preserving the culture and the tradition from hand to hand, making it transcend from us to our children and our children unborn.
Wow.
But we are still moving forward.
Okay.
And I want to thank one particular fellow, one of our big brother, and he wrote that book there, Erima. Get me that book there. Look at that book there at the table. Erima. He wrote that book. Yes. Bring it. So this man here, Professor Chidi Osuagu, he wrote this book. You can see this book. You can see it. This book is called Erima. Professor Chidi Gideon Osuagu is an umunachi indigenous son of umunachi, and also an associate professor somewhere in I think Fruto, yes. And this man has tremendously put up several articles that is available today. One of them is this Erima, and so many others trying to promote our cultural heritage, and then trying to also tell more history about our dear community, umunachi. He's doing wonderful. I give it to him. And there's so many others who are doing likewise. So I know if God keeps them, though they are becoming of age, but God keeps them, we will do all we can to tap from the wealth of their experiences to make sure that we develop this cultural heritage and then preserve it somewhere. But for now, the one which is very, very close to us and handy is to make sure we go to schools, churches, to preach and to teach our children. And that's why we are doing everything to make sure we do our Ekpo ceremony and whatever ceremony yearly in order to preserve it. Thank you.
Thank you, Eze. So now we want to know, how does the Eze, as the Eze himself of this umunachi, protect the identity of umunachi?
Well, like you know, everything is all about conduct.
Okay.
It's just like you as the clergy.
Yes.
You know, they said by their fruits we shall know them. You see, even as a traditional ruler, and you come out and be mesmerizing yourself on the road, whatsoever. You should be, killing the image of your kingdom, because you make mockery of the kingdom. You make mockery of the society you are ruling. You make mockery of the throne. So first, you start by your lifestyle, by abstaining from certain things which you used to do before,
Okay.
But since after assuming the office as a traditional ruler, you deny yourself a lot of things. So it has to do that sacrifice. So it has to do with discipline, and it has to do with a lot of price and sacrifices. So to preserve the kingdom, one, you have to discipline yourself. Two, you have to talk to your chiefs. Three, you have to stand on the truth. Four, you have to project the community to the limelight. Four, you have to bring in those people that matters from east, west, north, and south, everywhere, to come and tell them better things about your community. Because one have to market himself. If you don't market yourself, nobody knows you.
Yes, yes.
So
Okay.
by so doing, we are trying to project and defend our community by projecting it to the people.
All right. Thank you, Eze.
They
So
will-
we're going to go into the community and development. So what are the most challenges facing umunachi Obo?
the people, and the poverty.
The people and poverty. So
Yeah, the poverty has dealt with our people. I will describe it with a bird, a bird in a cage. You know, when you confine a bird in a cage
okay.
for so many years or months,
Okay.
you discover that you may one day open the cage and the bird will refuse to fly.
Because the bird has been confined.
The bird has found comfort in confinement.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
So poverty has dealt with our people in such a way that we no longer see development as anything, except those of us who manage to go out of this city immediately after the war. And those guys are doing little to develop the place. My dear father, you see, the people's life here,
Okay.
because of this long suffering in poverty, their mental belief
Okay.
has structured them to almost zero. How? These people believe in gossiping, slandering, backbiting, pull him down syndrome. Some of them have even engaged in doing some fetish things just to make sure that, for instance, if I want to receive anything from you now, instead of coming to you, Father, please, I need something. I'm going to tell you, Father, this guy said you are not a good father.
Okay. Trying to rob Peter to pay Paul.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Now, will you blame him? Will you blame him? No. I will not blame him because he's like that bird that has been in confinement for a long time. Even when the cage is open, he doesn't even understand that the cage is open.
Okay.
So we need education. We need education. We need to keep educating the people. We need to keep educating the people until they come to a realization that things has changed and we have moved to a different level. Without which we continue to be like that. So the people here will continue to backbite themselves. They continue to talk down on themselves. They continue to pull their brothers down. If anyone sees you discussing something with another person, they will begin to imagine that, maybe this guy is about to grow. What do we do?
Pull him down.
Pull him down syndrome will emerge. You see, in the government level, you can't see any top government official from umunachi today. This after the demise of one of our big brother, Honorable Dan Wow. Who no longer have a voice, even as a people. will no longer have any voice.
Yeah, because they are busy pulling.
They are busy pulling. Exactly. Those who are trying to come up now, they will, the other ones. The other ones will be busy pulling them down. So we need to educate them. So setting up, what's it called? Setting up an education system that will continue to, or organizing seminars.
Okay.
Organizing seminars for the people will be of great help to lift this community to the religion itself. Do write to the authorities. There are some charity organizations where they can write to provide the needs of the church, not to send the burden on the poor, innocent, gullible souls. Because these are adults within the age of 20, 40, 60, facing hardship in the society. Immediately you ask them to give you 1,000 naira. Hello, get out. Immediately they just cry that way. Then after dropping the 20,000, you now come back and tell them, God love you. Please, you do this. That person is just hearing a noise. It's not assimilating it. It's not assimilating it. But when a man will come to church, a hungry man will come to church to pray to God for his soul, and then you say, "Oh, come on! By the time after this church, we are going to feed you. Don't worry yourself." Okay. But after the church, you have something to eat. After the church, you may have 10,000. You may have 1,000 naira for your transport. You may have 1,000 naira for your drugs and medication. Some of them are suffering arthritis, waist pain, headache, all these things. And then, but you present cash to them first for them to contribute. So their brain will be shot. I learned about somebody telling me, a philosopher telling me that the brain has capacity to store 35 informations within 5 minutes. Now, but these people whose brain has the capacity to store 35 information within 5 minutes, is this dead brain that doesn't puzzle? Is it among those ones that can store information? Because you have shot the brain by asking me to give you 1,000 and when I don't have it. We have a popular Igbo adage that says, okay.
Okay. So, but this is in the angle of the church showing charity first before asking.
That will be fine.
Okay.
So, and I can also tell you that if the church should start changing methodology today by showing charity, all these boys and the children you are seeing on the street, they will empty themselves.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.
This is TV 274 production, a channel meant to spread evangelical mission, reflections, church news, interviews on church matters, socio-political issues, and other marriage matters, both young and nice content, all kinds of invitation cards, even movies. DCTV 274 production.